random video today. I'm getting rid of my hair. I get bored of it sometimes, but also it gets really annoying, and looking after long hair is actually a pain in the arse. Look at this for attention-seeking behaviour. Every time I do that, it always freaks me out. But yeah, man, all the monks in the world, they shave their hair, don't they? There is a part of that about like not what's the words I'm looking for? About ego and image and stuff like that. Because I did used to shave it off before. I shaved it for a few years, and I could never be bothered with it. I kind of get to the point where I saw a guy with a quiff today, and I was thinking about having a quiff, and then I was like, do you know what? I don't want to look like that guy. No offense to that guy, but and it's not even really as much about that. It's more about ease of use. Taking care of long hair is a proper pain in the arse. A proper pain in the arse. Especially when it gets really long, like ponytail vibes. Well, yeah, me meaning to do this. It's quite liberating as well. Women seem to prefer me with longer hair. I know that sounds silly, but I always get more looks with longer hair, but I'm not really that arsed about that anymore. That's a mullet now, isn't it? Well, yeah. Just leave it like that. I'm gonna have to wash this back. I hope my kid's not scared. But yeah, I fancied a bit of a change, new start, bought some new clothes, some smarter clothes. It annoys me how like we live in the world of like appearances. But like, what's that Joe Rogan with Guy Ritchie where he talks about don't resent the game because you're in it, like it or not. So like, as much as, how about now? As much as it might be annoying, you're in the game, pal. Like it or not. So appearances are appearances, and that is the world we live in. It's kind of annoying though, because for me, it always strikes me as like, it's what inside that counts, not on the outside. But yet we're sort of drilled into us through the media that image means something, especially my generation and maybe the one prior. I hope I don't block the toilet here. Especially my generation and the generation prior. We definitely live in like the keeping up with the Joneses generations. That's definitely us, isn't it? And the thing is about I've spoken about this before, keeping up with the Joneses, keeping up with the Kardashians, it's not possible. It's all about this, like, these unattainable beauty standards, unattainable wealth standards, unattainable standards, which then become our benchmark through just what we see on the telly. But like, you know, as far as I can tell, not all famous people have it together. So like, it's not that good, is it? What now? And like, I swear, like we should take like learnings from people like monks rather than Kardashians. We've got it so backward, haven't we? Yeah, I've been cutting my own hair for years. Even when it's longer, I cut it. I always feel a bit weird after I do it. That looks different now. But I was mad on the wrestling growing up, and I always wanted to have long hair. I always wanted to have long hair growing up. That's not really an angle, is it? Oh fuck it, I'm doing it now. And I was never allowed it. My school made me cut my hair. And then there was one time, right, where, this is a bit of a mad memory. There was one time where school would make me cut my hair, so I'd grow it longer. And then school would make me cut it because they didn't like it. So they'd ask my mum, they'd tell my mum to get me to get it cut, right? But I'd obviously say to my mum, no mum, don't listen to them, they can't dictate. They try and dictate everything else. They can't dictate what I do with my hair. Like, surely that's like some sort of... I mean, I wasn't using this language at the time. I'm sure that's some sort of encroachment of like basic, like human... You wouldn't get that these days, would you? Put it that way. So, yeah, I went to the Rod's Hairdressers in Sutton Heath it was, and I asked for just a trim because they'd been on at me for getting it cut, and I kept saying no, basically. I kept saying, like, you wouldn't be saying this if I was a girl, and like really rational arguments even when I was younger. And and I asked Rod, the hairdresser, for a trim. Just trim it please, Rod, I'm growing it. I don't even think I said I was growing it, I was probably too anxious at the time to talk. But I said, just a what he said, what do you want? He sat me down and said, what do you want, Adam? I said, oh, just a trim please. Little did I know, my mum was behind me and she told him to take more off. And he took more off. But he made me look like a white weirdo because then it was in between styles. And I looked absolutely terrible. Like I looked like an absolute weirdo. And I got to school the next day and I was laughed at. People laughing in my face, like pointing and laughing. And my mum allowed it, which is a bit of a mad thing. It's mad for school to make me cut it. Fair enough if it was dirty or whatever. Anyway, so I always had this thing about wanting long hair, so I ended up growing my hair longer a couple of years ago because I wanted to be like the wrestlers. They were my heroes when I was younger, the WWE wrestlers. And I wanted to be like them, but school didn't like that. And apparently, this is my mum. So then when I was older, I started growing it out into a mullet, when mullet started looking cool. And I just kept growing it. And my missus was, at the time, was really supportive about me being me, basically, and supporting me to look how I wanted to look, not because of how that might appear, but what that was from the inside. And I've noticed, I look more overweight now, I've noticed there are people that like things because they want to, it seems because they want to appear to like the thing rather than actually like the thing, which is a bit mad for me. If I like something, it's because I like it. And there's not really anything other than because I like it. But there are people that I've been friends with as well that are like into something because of how they want to look. So for example, maybe something like philosophy. They want to look intellectual or whatever, so they study philosophy or they're into philosophy, stuff like that. When actually they want to look like they're into philosophy rather than being into philosophy. Philosophy is an example. Yeah. Whereas I don't really get that. I like stuff if I like it. I don't if I don't, and that's kind of it. I'm trying to think. I'm sure when I was younger, maybe elements of like the drug dealer stuff, wanting to look like Danny Dyer in The Business, was because I wanted to be respected and I wanted to be. I don't think feared is the right word because I don't know if I ever was, but Depends who you ask, I guess. If you ask any humans ever, they'll probably say no. But if you ask my dog Red when he's been naughty, he's been put in time out, he might say yes. But ruling by fear is insecurity. Bullying is just fear-based insecurity. Think about that. Bullying and control through fear is just because the person that's doing it has lack of control or doesn't have the wherewithal to get to a resolution without having to resort to fear. I've often thought about that, like fear-based tactics. Like I always thought to myself, why insecure people do that? Like lying. That seems to be strike me as a similar thing about lying. People that lie and use dishonesty, as a general rule, I think it's because it comes from a place of not being able to get the thing that you want without having to be dishonest, which then comes from a place of not being confident enough to get it through non-dishonest means, which is kind of like scammers and that, isn't it? Like, if a scammer was super, super clever and super, super articulate and super, super skilled and confident in their abilities, they wouldn't need to scam, would they? So it's kind of like that, but fear. But then, like, if you look at like all the biggest, I better not do too much on the side. If you look at all the, he says that and then does more on the side. All of the greatest sort of empires, it's all sort of rape and pillage, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, fear-based, but that's what we're going through at the moment, isn't it? Fear-based programming through the media and whoever it is that control the media, the rich people that control the media in the West, that people are clocking onto now, and they never used to. But people are clocking on now to that kind of stuff, and that's good. But they use fear. They dominate through fear. They're a bit more sophisticated, though, aren't they? But with a little trim. They're a little bit more sophisticated with the way that they do it, because they get us to police ourselves, which is wild. So they get us to do their dirty work for them, which is pretty crazy. I guess a lot of it is probably greed, I imagine. What do you think? If anyone's watching this, what do you think might be the reason why you would oppress someone? Fear, no? What do you think is the reason why people lie? Fear, no? No? Oh, I wasn't doing anything before. Oh, it is. Yeah, no. I like thinking though. It's like that blue pill, the red pill matrix thing though. It kind of is a bit of a gift and a curse. I've been saying this stuff about 9/11 for years. And I mean years. Since I was at uni in 2010. I've been saying this stuff. I've spoken about this on here before. Because I noticed that they deleted a lot of the publicly available information which was on YouTube. They deleted a lot of it. So I saw it before it was deleted. There was a YouTube channel called Zeitgeist, and it had all of it on. I used to watch it. It was like Vice, Vice documentaries. It was like that when Vice was good and not taken over Why? Anyway. Twice tries too hard now. I don't think it's the original owners. So yeah. Well, that's a bit of a change, isn't it? Changing look. We'll catch my tan up now on the other bit of my head. Oh, I've not shaved my head for a while. What Danielle will say. I think she quite likes shaved it. She's from Venezuela, so life's a bit different over there. I always feel a bit judged when I shave my head. Like I look like a scally. But I've counteracted that by buying some smarter clothes because I was getting pretty sick of my hair. It gets annoying. Looking after long hair, it gets annoying. Right, I want to shape my beard a bit. I never do this. And because I saw myself in the video the other day, and it was like, you could see I've got the gap in my facial hair, and my double chin was really red. How's that? Still looks like a double chin. It's because it is one. Does this make me a fashion victim? I don't like shaving. Any other lads find shaving a complete pain in the ass. It's messy as well. Oh my god, there's so much hair down there. Oh my god, my face looks really chubby. Oh mate, I need to get to work. Oh mate. I need to get to work. How am I going to play professional sport if I can't even lay off the chocolates? Although, my chocolate consumption is linked to stress levels, which, see now in the mirror, I can't see this is darker here. There you go. Let's try and play creative games with my facial hair to make me look less overweight, instead of actually just losing weight. Isn't that what this world's about nowadays? No comment? Okay. You can still tell I've got the gap. Got a gap there. Anyway. Really random person I saw today, my ex's dad. Never a dull moment. So that's it. That's the shaved head for you. That's talking about, what have I spoken about today? Monks? Well, look how covered in hair I am. Look at this. Oopsie. And there we have it. One overweight shaved head. Now I'm going to have to probably put a core sticker down that. So fun fact of the day, fun to do thing if you want to better your life is try not to care so much about how you look. I understand that's incredibly ironic in a video where I've just cut my hair and speaking majoritively about image. But it's what's on the outside that matters. Don't you know that? It's what's on the inside that matters. We've been pushed and pulled and dragged away from the real truth, which is, doesn't mean a fucking thing. What's on the outside doesn't mean a fucking thing. It doesn't. It's construct. It's linked to ideological labels. They're constructs. It's not real. It doesn't mean anything. It's only what's inside that means anything. Passion, love, family, dogs, love, not the frivolous bullshit. Anyway, I think I fucked it up. How can you fuck up? I'll show you that. Anyway, yeah, try not to care too much about what's on the outside, even though we live in a world where it seems like what's on the outside matters. That's why I said if I would go again, I probably wouldn't get any tattoos, or I definitely went through that process because I didn't get enough attention as a kid. So I covered myself in body art. So now it's like, look at me, look at me. And then I realised it was like that. And then I was like, oh, I wouldn't do that if I went again. And then now I've kind of gone full circle with it, really. I like body art. I think I like it. It's just for me. It's not for anyone else. It's for me. So. Oh my God, I've got a t-shirt tan as well. I think I'm actually a lot fitter today. I need to clean this up and get a shower. So, yeah, just call me Adam the Monk. I'm going to change my name now. Just call me Santiago the Monk. What's that thing YouTubers do? That's the wrong side. Why is that?